Left of the box. From CBC News, rent hits another record high in January as average asking prices reaches $2,196. Highest jump was in Edmonton with prices 17% since last year. I'm sure everybody's wages match that. According to data released Wednesday by rentals.ca and market research, the asking price went up 20%, so $373 per month compared to rental prices from January 2020, 2 months before COVID-19 pandemic lockdowns began. So yeah, we all know rent prices have soared, especially here in Ontario. They've been going up like crazy, partly because Doug Ford got rid of rent control. Also, investors keep on buying up rental properties. Not enough new rental properties are being made. Not enough affordable new rental properties are being made. Quite often, the only rental buildings being built are for luxury rentals, whatever that means, which is just a way of saying, oh, we're going to charge way above market rent for these one-bedroom tiny apartments because we put in a marble countertop or something like that. But, like, here's the thing. This is a federal, provincial, and municipal issue. All three levels of government need to be doing something about this. And I don't know how much longer we can deal with this. Like, what is the breaking point for people? When do people like hit the streets with this? Because renting is unaffordable for so many people across this country. And for the people who it is affordable, it's at the expense of living a decent life. No hobbies, no vacations, no time with your family and friends because you have to be working all the time. At what point do people just snap? Because I'd say we are well past that point, and yet still, so many people just put up with it. And unfortunately, it's people living with disabilities that are hit the most with this because a lot of us are on fixed incomes, which is below market rent. The problem is that people with disabilities, we can't just go on strike. How? Like, if we were to go on strike, how does that disrupt anything? It doesn't, because we're already invisible to the public eye. So if we go on strike, who would even notice, really? And not to mention that because of our disabilities, many people can't physically go out to locations to protest, to have strikes. Some people can't afford to, some people can't take transit, some people have mental health issues that prevents them from going in crowds, some are immunocompromised and can't take that risk. Some of them have physical disabilities, which make it very difficult for them to go out. So how do we make it known that this is unacceptable? Like, how much longer before the average person just finally snaps and says something needs to be done? Like, this is just, like, that's the thing I say, like, don't wait for it to be your problem before you get involved. And part of that is, by the time it's your problem, you're going to be so busy dealing with it and struggling that you then won't have the energy to actually fight back. But the other part of it is, by the time it's the average person's problem, so many other people have suffered already. And a lot of that could have been prevented had people just had the foresight to say, you know what, this is going to become a bigger problem. Why don't we step up now to prevent this from happening in the first place?